Everybody, we're doing another test ride in the Cybertruck. I have Thomas with me. Met him at BizNet, and he's going to tell you a little about what he does and what his business does.
Yeah, so I'm Thomas with Junkin' with Karis. We clean out houses for realtors, property managers, flippers. We can clean out your garage as well, and your backyard if you're going to have family over. So we can knock that out for you.
He can haul any type of debris, and he's actually going to help us, because sometimes when we do a tree removal, sometimes we just have that little bit extra, or the truck can't pick up, or we need to move on to the next job, and it's a lot more cost effective to have his company come and take care of that last little bit, so we can get on to our next job. So all right, Thomas, have you been in an electric vehicle before?
No.
Oh boy. An e-virgin.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've never been in an electric vehicle, never been in a Tesla?
Nope.
So definitely never been in a Cybertruck?
No.
Okay.
I've seen
them. This is the dual motor version. It's not the fastest, but it's not the slowest.
Yeah.
It's 0 to 60 in 4.1. It's 6,600 pounds. Of course, I explained to him the fly-by-wire. All-wheel steering. Of course, all-wheel drive, and eventually we'll do a mud run because he wants to see how she handles in the mud. So this is definitely going to be a good video for future. But apologize for the orange. If we look orange, we haven't had too much carrot juice. We haven't been fake tanning. This is the window tinting, but it matches Thomas's outfit.
Yeah,
he's wearing orange, so it's a good day. I had a really good friend. He owns a window tinting service, Cody, and he's been tinting windows for at least my windows for over 10 years. And he came, and a lot of people are kind of scared of to tint Teslas because all the electronics. And he was able to come in and tint just pretty much everything I wanted to tint, and he did it within under 2 hours. And it came out, and I even the reason it's orange, he doesn't usually tint in colors, but I ordered some tint, and he did a few windows in orange, and I just wanted that look, and so that's why you have the orange tint everywhere, and we're getting a little bit of that resonance from the side windows because the side windows are orange.
I'll say, if you don't know, we like orange as well.
Yeah.
So.
Orange is a good color for business. Orange is the new black.
Hey, orange and black. That's why.
Orange and black. Yep.
It's actually my son's favorite color. That's one of the things that made us
cool.
go with this.
We do a little bit of orange. It catches. It's really eye popping too. It really catches your eye. So I'm actually going to switch over and do a couple orange magnets to kind of match the truck.
Nice.
So we're still working on a wrap. I haven't found anybody to
that wants to mess with.
Yeah. So that's 60.
That's 60 already.
Yeah. So
it's amazing what an electric motor can do.
Yeah, just from 0 to 60, 0 to 40, the acceleration is unmatched, and then it's kind of unnerving too because you don't hear anything. Because normally if you have like a sports car or Corvette or Camaro, you hear that noise. Well, you get the same acceleration, but no noise. Maybe a little whining.
So yeah, it definitely speeds up really quickly. The only thing that I dislike about the electric ones is how quiet they are, like you're talking about. Because if you're walking across the street, hey, I didn't see nothing.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you hear like a ring, like a really low, and you look back and there's an electric vehicle there. You're like, oh my goodness, I did not expect that.
Yeah, they've had like a law passed. They noticed that the Toyota Prius is kind of like the same way; it doesn't make any noise, and so they did a study and they found out that like electric cars and hybrids were hitting more pedestrians, and so they passed a law to where from 0 to 20, no matter if it's hybrid or electric, it has to emit some type of noise.
Yeah, because it's not the vehicles hitting them; it's just the pedestrians not noticing that they're there. Yeah.
So a lot of times when you, like in this one, like I have a Nissan Leaf, makes like a really weird noise from 0 to 20. But this one you can actually, I think, program that noise, so you can make it sound like, you know, like the Jetsons or whatever.
That would be awesome.
So
it's a lot of torque.
What's nice is too, it's like you don't have to wait for a certain RPM, a certain gear. You know, whenever you want to go, it's ready. Of course, it's faster if it's all. See, this is only 60%. If I charge it up to 80, 90, 95, it's even a little bit crispier, a little faster. But from 0, it kind of slower when you go like 60 or 70. It doesn't quite have that punch. It's better at like lower speeds, but it's always there.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of torque.
And it's 6,600 pounds plus us.
Yeah,
we're pushing 7,000 pounds.
I was about to say my work truck is 9,000.
Yeah.
So you're almost there.
And I pulled a trailer last week. It was like the trailer's maybe 4,000 or 5,000 pounds, and then I had our mini skid, which is 4,000 pounds, and we had 3,000 or 4,000 pounds of material. No problem.
That's wild.
And since it has the air suspension, normally I have an F-250, I have a bucket truck, and normally when we're loading the material, we usually have to take the jack and jack it up and make the ramps touch the ground and bring up the front of the trailer. That way you don't have that teeter-totter effect, because when you're loading with a machine that weighs 4,000 pounds plus whatever it's in its grapple, it'll make the trailer jump and back and forth, and it's kind of dangerous because when you back out, then it flips backwards.
Yep.
And so when you're loading something, especially with a skid steer that's back weighted, and then you get that teeter-totter effect, it feels like you're going to flip. So what we do is we either block it up, or we take the jack, 10,000 pound jack, and jack up the front of the trailer.
Keep it sturdy.
Yeah, but with this, you just put it on extract mode, lifts the entire truck up and the trailer, and makes those ramps just stick. And so instead of doing all this other stuff, it's just a button, and it doesn't take but maybe less than 30 seconds, and you're set up.
That's wild.
So I was really happy with that.
It's like they thought about everything.
Very nice.
Which you don't hear them talk about.
Yeah.
You don't hear them talking about.
Well, you see a lot of these guys buying these things. They're not really contractors. They're just like YouTubers, or they're not even, like, they're just using the truck for a video. They're not really, oh, this is fast, or oh, this is this, or this is that, or maybe they'll hook up to a camper and just pull it around the block. They don't really use it from day to day. So that's why I'm trying to make these videos, is because, hey, actual real contractors, people, blue collar guys can actually buy one of these and actually use it for their business. It's not just, oh, I have a Tesla, or, I'm cool, or whatever. It actually, it's useful.
Yeah, when I seen your truck and I seen your magnets on it, I was like, oh, this guy is not just driving it just because he has a Tesla.
Right.
It's actually, he's using it.
I try to use it as much as I can for work. Like, because I have an F-250 I could drive every day, but to be honest with you, the gas was killing me, because, like, I know my trucks are getting older. It's 08. It's got over 100,000 miles on it, and I know the more I use it, basically it's going to need to be replaced pretty soon.
Oh, absolutely.
So I was like, the oil changes and all the maintenance, it's eventually it's going to need some repairs.
You almost can't even talk whenever you pull that gas. It's like,
so I figured this would be, because really I used to use two vehicles. I'd use an F-250 to pull trailer, go to work, and then sometimes I'd use it for estimates, but I kind of felt bad because I was like, I'm driving this F-250 that gets like 6 or 8 miles a gallon to do estimates.
Yeah.
And it's like somebody that's paying for that, and it's definitely the customer. So I don't feel as bad when I drive up in this, is because I'm literally, like, it's $10 to top this thing off. So
That's another question that I've
Yeah.
always had. Like, how much is it to
charge
get
it.
charged? Yeah.
And I'm lucky because my mom has solar panels, and so even if I go charge at like Charge Point, it's like $20. If I go to the real expensive chargers, like during peak times, like a supercharger, it might be $26-27. But what I normally do is I charge off peak, and then I try to get the superchargers when they're not busy, and it reduces the rate like down to like 22 cents or 20 cents a kilowatt. And then if I stop at my mom's house, I'll plug in there a little bit, or I'll go to Charge Point. So my cost per kilowatt is like super low. And then even if you plug in at night at your house during off peak, even if you don't have solar panels, it's probably like 10 or 12, maybe 15 at the most to top it up. And you're going from like 20-30% to 80%. And that's like, at 80%, it's like 256 miles. I drive maybe 50 miles a day, 60, unless I'm doing estimates and I'm driving all over. Maybe do 100 miles, 120 miles. And so it's like 4 or 5 cents a mile, you know? I mean, it's not that.
Does it give you a warning about, hey, you're getting low? Like, because you could get busy and you don't notice. Does it give you like a warning, like, hey, you only got 30 miles left? Let's plug the charger.
Yeah, it'll blink. But this battery pack is so big, it's like even if I get down to 20%, I'm still at like over 60 miles.
Okay.
So, but it'll change colors and it'll get yellow, and then it will warn you, and it'll, you know, it actually, a lot of cars, they'll, like my Nissan Leaf, it'll go into limp mode and like turtle mode, and so it's like, listen, it's like, and then with Teslas too, they have like a reserve. I've seen on videos where they go past 0, like it'll keep going after 0.
That's good,
So,
because just like your vehicles, when it goes past E, you're like, okay, I know I got a little bit more.
Right.
Because sometimes our significant others like to drive it till it's all the way into.
Right.
Just saying. So.
Yeah. So
That's good.
but you can run out. But what's another nice thing too is I have an extension cord, and I'm an electrician, so I can be pretty creative if I need to be to charge.
Absolutely.
But usually the people that run out of gas are the same people that are going to run out of electric.
Right.
You know, because you just have to plan ahead.
Of course.
But what's nice about these, you can run to a supercharger real quick and for like 10 or 15 minutes and boom, get like 150 miles. So you're not like, you know, like stuck like, oh my God, it's like, I'm not going to be able to drive the car today because I forgot to plug it in last night. There are alternatives.
Yeah.
So,
What about the suspension on this thing? Like I felt that a little bit, but like if you go down a dirt road,
it's on
like Cadillac,
it's on sport, so I can actually change it, and I can do it comfort, and it'll soften up the suspension.
Okay.
So that way, you know, you won't feel every little bump like we have been feeling, and then you can put it on custom, to where you can basically have fast acceleration but a soft ride.
Okay.
When on sport, it just locks everything, maxes everything out, fast, hard, stiff ride. You know, basically Corvette mode or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So, like when my mom's in the car, I hit comfort, you know, because she doesn't want to go fast. She doesn't want to feel every bump with passenger. My daughter, she likes to go fast. I'll hit sport, and, you know, we'll go fast acceleration or whatever, and then, you know, I'll switch it back and do comfort. So it just depends on your preference. Sometimes you want to go fast, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, it's good that it gives you that option. You know, if you buy a regular gas engine, you're going to get whatever you got.
It's kind of stuck with whatever you got. I've never been back here before. I don't know if this went through or not. And of course, you got your cameras, and then your rear view camera, you can move it around.
Well, I've definitely been noticing that it's picking up any vehicles that's around us, and even whenever they hit the brakes, it'll show that they're hitting the brakes.
Yeah.
So it's really
Pretty cool.
fancy.
Yeah. And then you can change it to where the whole screen is what the computer sees. So then you get a full view.
I see how it's switching from like, hey, it's a semi. Oh no, it's just a regular truck.
Right.
That's pretty fancy.
All right, you ready?
Ready for what?
You're driving.
Are you serious? All right. Yeah. me figure out how to get out of this thing. Yeah, I didn't know how to. This one? Okay. Yep. Set my hat down. You want me to just ride around the parking lot? You want me to allow me to go?
Well, drive around, get used to the steering because it oversteers.
Okay.
Because it's super tight steering.
I'm glad I asked that.
Yeah.
So it's not round and round and round.
And it already knew that you wanted to go and drive.
Okay.
So it put it in drive itself. Also, too, there's a backup. Say the screen goes out, you can actually put it in drive here as well.
I can feel the brake moving.
But go ahead and take your foot off the brake. Okay, put it on the brake. Sometimes, okay, yeah. Sometimes it'll put itself in the drive.
Okay.
But yeah, just we'll put it on.
Sorry,
It's on
put
culture.
your limiter.
Okay. I think we're ready. Just adjust everything. Can you see out everything?
I can see pretty good.
Yeah. And then just if you want to look rear view, you can see there or there. This is kind of better. I think the
Yeah, that's definitely
video
better.
is better.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
That'll stop.
I forgot.
us.
It has the braking is all in the regenerative braking. So every time you let off the accelerator, the engines will stop you. So that's really something to get used to.
So you don't have coast. Like you can't set the coast.
You can set the coast, but I prefer kind of like one pedal driving. It kind of spoils you.
I was about to say you're about to get spoiled. That's what's gonna happen.
You notice how tight the turning is?
Yeah.
It doesn't take much.
I would almost say it is almost like driving a forklift.
Yeah.
Like the newer forklifts are really tight.
Or a hydrostatic lawnmower.
Yep, or the hydrostatic. That's what I was gonna say. That. So whenever you're talking about if you ran out of fuel, like trying to push us out of the yard, push us out of the driveway or the interstate, like there's no thing to disengage the transmissions to be able to push it because your motors.
Yeah, you'd have to put it in neutral. Because when I go through the car wash, there's a button that you hit and it actually makes the wheels be able to turn, like freewheel.
Yeah.
And then there's also another button that makes them kind of like locking, so they all turn. There's no slippage at all. So let's go ahead and take it on the roller coaster road.
And where's the blinkers?
Blinkers right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're both right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things that I'm not gonna know.
Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve in this thing.
You're pretty trustworthy for allowing me to mess with something.
I got good insurance.
I was about to say the insurance has to be different.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you driving?
Who
It's a Tesla truck. Like, did you see your insurance go way up whenever you decided to get this, or?
It was like about an F-250.
Okay.
So it's not crazy, but not too bad. And it's on comfort too. It's not on.
I like that.
We'll turn it on a little spicier when we come around. Isn't that crazy?
I like that.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Because a lot of times, like, by the time you're trying to get to the brake because somebody's being not smart, and they're like, oh, let me turn right here without a blinker.
Late. Yeah, it's almost too late.
That's allowing you to stop quicker, which would be helpful. Are you coming over? What are you doing?
He's like, hey, I just saw a Cybertruck. I'm on the phone. Some people almost run into you because he's definitely not paying attention.
Just
Race.
move on past that guy.
at us when he's looking forward.
Yeah. Let's get you to look forward there, bud. So does it automatically, once I get in that lane, does it turn on? Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this would be definitely something for contractors. I don't see why they would not do this, especially maybe the owners.
Good advertising too.
Absolutely. Obviously, because that guy's trying to run me over. So.
Get over one more and it's the bottom button.
Nice.
And wherever you can make a U-turn, and we'll put it in sport mode. And we'll see what she can do.
Okay. That takes a little bit of time. I would almost want to put that right here, but I know it'd be blocking
Yeah.
it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we can make a U-turn right here, and it will make it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I didn't see anything that said you can't make a U-turn right here.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any turn.
and I'm gonna do.
I don't think there's a turn right here. Like,
You can
they don't give you that option because they're coming out. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Next one.
Yeah. Just to make sure I don't want to get pulled over.
Yeah.
Sir, do you know your Tesla's
Just
it's
because
doing
you-
it by itself?
Yeah. You probably got to pull in and then turn around. Maybe not grab her.
You don't think I'll do this one?
Go all the way up and turn
I
around.
think so.
Yep. All the way.
Oh yeah, it
Oh
turns.
yeah, no problem.
Like my Isuzu or a Jeep.
All right, punch it. That's good. Just wait till we get to the bridge and punch it again.
I was about to say the one thing I liked about that is once you hit to the back, like once you get to the seat, you feel like you're in control.
Yeah.
So unlike, you start going faster with a gas engine, your wheels start like
Kinda squirrely.
trying to get used to what's going on.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, the traction control and the all-wheel driving and steering kind of like it's real stable, even though you feel like acceleration.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Slow down a little bit. And punch it. All the way.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm about to take off.
All right, that's good.
We had airplanes.
Sometimes there's cops sitting way up there waiting for people to come over the hill. So.
Yeah, if we had wings, I think we could have just took off right there. No problem. We could have floated around. I guess only a little bit of time. Tesla push out some wings and let you ride. That is
We're
crazy.
now leaving the Floating Island Bridge. Attention passengers.
You may unbuckle your seatbelts.
Walking about freely.
Yeah, exactly. That is wild.
No peanuts today. So when you first saw the truck, what did you think? When you first kind of, I know you saw it online, but as far as seeing it in person.
It looked like a gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I was like, this is
Never gonna
by
be real.
far like the craziest thing. Only the people that were quote unquote, I wouldn't call it, what would you call that?
Tesla people.
Tesla people, yeah.
Yeah.
That Tesla people are like, oh yeah, I gotta have a truck.
Right.
But do you really need something that doesn't haul anything, that just looks like an aluminum box? Because
Right.
the shapes are like, I'm used to my Fords and Chevys and GMCs that are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like they're beautiful. That's how I like it. This was like, we're going to Back to the Future because that's what it reminds me of, a DeLorean / truck.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I love the DeLoreans, but that's not something that I'm gonna be driving every day. Like that is for what would you call it? The people that only want to drive it 10 miles and put it back in their garage.
Right. Go to the gym.
Absolutely.
Go to the fancy little coffee place.
Yeah, go to the little diner and be like, this is what I'm driving. But like driving it, would you? Like this is for real. I mean, you can drive this every day and not have a problem. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna tear it up just by, bird pooping on. I'm sure you can just wipe it off and like it's a daily driver.
Yeah.
Like I was definitely surprised. Definitely surprised. Like when you said, "Hey, you want to take a
Let's
test
get back
drive?"
up on the road and punch it again. Is there anything coming? Can you see?
Nothing's coming.
Punch it. To the floor, baby. Come on.
That's just can get to 60
70
with no problem. How about just continue that? All right, let's just get over and wait. Maybe it'll stop it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's too much power to give to a little teenager.
Yeah.
I would think at the original, like, there would have to be some kind of child lock for
there's a
teenage
setting.
lock.
You can actually give them this card, and you can set it to where it only goes 85 mile an hour, and you can set it for comfort. So you're able to keep, like a 16-year-old from doing what we've been doing. So,
yeah. Because I remember when I was 16, I was scared to be by the semis.
Yeah.
It was always something going on where it's like this is a little dangerous.
Yeah. Of course, this weighs 6,600 pounds, so you're not going to get blown around like a little Honda Civic or something.
Yeah, so
you get a little bit of more stability.
has there been any accidents? And they actually showed, the smart car looks like a tin can once it gets done. Like, if this is 6,600 pounds.
They've actually had a few accidents, and the other cars look much worse.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
because if you got a tank, you expect everything else to
there'll be
not
dents, there'll be, stuff, but this is one of the safest cars on the road. And also, too, all the weight's on the bottom, so it's super hard to flip this thing. It's like almost impossible.
So that's another thing. You're a truck, or if you go to the top with your suspension, you take that corner, kid hits the gas a little too fast, I guess you're just going to be feeling the...
Well, also, too, it won't allow you to go high and do sport. So as soon as you put it in sport, it goes down to a reasonable level. So they kind of thought about... It's pretty well thought out. I mean, they haven't thought of everything, but pretty close.
I say normally when you talk to engineers, they do what they want to do and not think about everybody else.
Right. But Tesla's
that's awesome.
More safety oriented. That's like almost like their top priority is safety.
Well, that's good because
You need it.
unlike airplanes, once you go down, I guess that's it. But with this, I like how it lets you know that the light turned green as well.
And this does have all the full self-driving hardware. So within a matter of a month or 2-3 months, it'll be a download over-the-air update, and it'll drive itself.
Nice.
So I'm already surprised that I just use the regular cruise control, and it stops and starts by itself.
Ooh.
So I'm like, this is cruise control?
Have you been going up mountains or anything like that yet?
I haven't taken it off-road too much, but I've definitely, took it in yards and squirreled around a little bit and stuff, but it's just so new. This is, to be honest with you, this is the most expensive thing I ever bought, and so I'm a little bit not apt to tear it up yet.
Hey, you let me drive it, and you've never seen me drive.
This is the most dangerous thing I've ever done.
Just letting you know. That's why we're recording.
Okay.
I'm going to put in park.
All right. So what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, sideways?
Oh, absolutely.
Thumbs up. You think it's worth it? This guy's probably going to...
I do.
Is he a good driver?
Yeah, he's
good. All right, so overall rating, you think it's worth it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a guy that works every day, works with his hands, owns his own business. He gives it a thumbs up, so that means something.
Thumbs up.
All right.
Actually, I give it 2 thumbs up.
Awesome.
Sorry.
See you on the next one.
Have a good one.